that one idea of growing potatoes in this section has caused me now to redo this bed, redo that bed, add 2 new beds, and then even 3 more beds for the trees here. Something I've been wanting to do for a while now is plant a garden. Well, I've done it a couple of times in the past. 2 seasons ago, it worked out okay. We did tomatoes and basil and stuff like that. It worked out all right. But last year, we tried doing tomatoes in planters over by the pool, since that's the sunny spot. Whenever it rained, the pots filled up with water and it killed the plants. They didn't do too well. So I'm giving it another go. So I wanted to try doing potatoes. I've been watching on YouTube people doing potato towers. I got a small yard here, and I figured that doing potatoes in a potato tower would work out. I have a spot picked out. So here's a problem I always run into, and I'm sure some of you also run into the same thing. It's like you want to start a project, and I know where I wanted to do, and it seems like a very simple project. Just putting 4 stakes in the ground and putting boards around it. And in the garage, which I'll show you in a minute, I already have seed potatoes chitting, if that's the way you pronounce it, I guess. So they're in the garage doing that, waiting the sprout. So I figured I would do the area for the tower. So I figured this would be a good spot. And as you can see, in the morning, there's plenty of morning sun. So it should get enough sun, I think, for the potatoes to grow. So you think it'd be easy enough, take this out, take this out, and we're ready to go. But here's the problem. Where I wanted to put these things, it's way over there. My thought was to build a couple of beds over here, one for this tree and one for that tree, and I could transplant the stuff over there. Okay, not so crazy. So I'm going to use these to box them out. And you can see the stake, there's a sprinkler. The sprinklers in the past season, the backyards ones haven't worked because of a bunch of heads need to be replaced. And it all starts with the brilliant fence company. When they installed the fence many years back, they had cemented in this sprinkler head, and the sprinkler head's not even straight. So now I'm digging this section out. So this is where I had the tomatoes in the past. That fence side, they don't grow that well because it's a lot of shade. But this side, once the sun gets past here and goes that way, it gets a lot of sun. So the tomatoes did very well over here. Yesterday, I've been chiseling away at the cement and freed up the sprinkler head. This guy is buried in a little too deep. So he's got to come. We got to move him, replace him, and move that line up. I do have this one way down over here. He's already freed out. So we have these fruit trees over here, pear and a pear tree, and then this is a peach tree that I would build boxes around this to make this a little bit neater as well. So what I want to do is bring you into the garage and show you what the seed potatoes look like, and we can get a break from this stupid dog in the back. These are red potatoes over here, and these are a white potato, but I don't remember the brand name. So right now, in the chitting process, seeds that I started planting. So I have red onion, I have white onion, and then yellow onions. We got garlic over there. I heard marigolds were very good for pests, so I'm planting a bunch of marigold seeds. I'm gonna go in the backyard and start doing some more work around those sprinklers. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll report back when I get some progress done. I want to turn on the sprinkler. So I know this one was leaking, but I wanted to see where it was leaking from. We already went over this guy over here. This one, finished digging them out. This one was supposed to be a mister, but it was misting in all directions. I know for a fact that this one was leaking a lot. I put this one in. I left them at the ground like this, so this way you can kind of get over the bushes, but maybe I'll see if I can get a longer sprinkler head. This is the end of the line. Well, actually, I don't think this is the end of the line. It might be, because I don't see where it continues, but this one I know is leaking like crazy. And then this one over here, I didn't dig them out. You can see was another one I had changed out recently. I wish he was a little bit closer to the fence. Now, I've heard that like misters should not be on the same line as, or the same zone as regular sprinkler heads, so they should be on their own zone. But this property only has 2 zones, one in the front and one in the back. Back from the big box store, 5 new sprinkler heads, medium range ones. I didn't want the big ones. I think the sprinklers that I have in the ground right now are different sizes, so they throw the water differently, and it's kind of a mess. So these are the sprinkler heads that I got, the new ones. I picked up 3 caps. I'm gonna cap off 3 sprinklers that I don't think I really need. I'm gonna do all the easy ones first. Get rid of the easy ones, which is probably capping them off is probably the easiest ones, and then adding the sprinkler heads to the ones that don't have to be removed at all. This one's kind of bothering me that there's still so much water in there. I hope the pipe itself isn't leaking. I'm going to do a further inspection on that guy. My assumption was right. The fence company did cut the pipe when they were digging a hole on this side of the fence. And I have absolutely no idea why there's that pipe there. So I have to fix that as well as everything else. So here is one of the sprinkler heads replaced. I was able to find a longer sprinkler head at a Home Depot, and the nozzle comes out a couple of inches outside that pipe. I capped off this leaky sprinkler head over here, since all it'd be doing is watering the artificial grass. This one I didn't want to replace, but I ended up replacing anyway just to match the others. So that's basically 5 sprinkler heads and 3 that I had to cap off, and as well fixed the pipe that the fence company had cracked. Now that I got the sprinklers situated, I can focus my attention on the potato towers. But first, I have to build those border boxes.